Hey, it's Aaron the Ho, and I'm going to tell you some of the awesome features on the Snow Lizard SLXtreme 5 for the iPhone 5 and the 5S.
Real usage, real reviews. Mobilereviews-eh.ca.
So if you've been following this web series, you know that this case is very unique. If this is the first time you're watching one of our videos for this case, well, this case is ruggedized, it is shockproof, it is waterproof, there is a battery pack, and it can be powered by the sun. That's right, there is a solar panel right here. Pretty cool. Our initial impressions with this case is that, well, you're not going to be able to keep it in your pants. This case will at least triple the thickness of your iPhone. It has all these things that kind of jut out. So all these little teeth things, these are where all the screws go in. And so you are definitely not going to be able to keep this in your pants on a day-to-day basis. But, well, with a solar panel charging capability, why would you want to keep it in your pants? Now there is only one piece to this case, and it's this piece, and so I'm going to start from the top, I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm just going to tell you all the things that I've discovered about it. The top of the case is basically a latch that keeps your iPhone in the case. It's held in place by a really intimidating looking buckle. On the inside of the latch, there's quite a bit of foam to cradle your iPhone 5 or 5S, and the piece to protect the camera and flash really sticks out. Now the actual cover is very rigid, but it feels like plastic rather than glass. The entire case is really thick, so the camera and flash sit really recessed in this hole, which means that the camera flash will definitely be blocked by this case. So the latch actually just sits right on top of the red seal, and the buckle provides enough pressure to keep the water out, which makes the case waterproof. The area that covers the sensors on the front of the case, right by the earpiece speaker, has a bit of foam cushioning, and the plastic isn't as rigid as the camera covering. It's very, very flexible. Now, one of the odd things about this case is that you can't actually control the mute switch through the case. There is actually no place for it, I think mostly because there's a giant hinge that takes the place of the mute switch. But again, if you're going outside on a 2.5-day awesome expedition, I'm assuming you really don't want to be silencing or unsilencing your camera unless, well, you get attacked by a winter bear. Another odd thing about this case is that there's all these things that kind of jut out, and so it gives the case a lot of texture. They added another set of rubber grips on this side, so between the teeth and the screws that all jut out and this latch, being able to hold this case is really, really easy because there's almost no chance that I'm going to have this fall out of my hand. If you're interested in the solar panel and the battery pack, I do recommend that you check out the other video that we've done specifically for it. There are some quirks which may diminish some of the usefulness of the case, so I do definitely recommend that you check it out. At the bottom of the solar panel is the power button for the battery pack, as well as LED indicator lights that tell you how much charge you've got in the battery pack, as well as if your case is charging by the sun. The screen protector of the case is made out of plastic, and it's a little prone to scratching, and when your iPhone is installed in the case, the screen protector might actually stick to the screen. The case isn't Touch ID compliant as the home button is covered with this black button and the speaker grills are covered with wire meshes. The bottom of the case is actually pretty unique. To access the ports, you need to unlock the latch using the silver switch. To charge the case, you don't use your lightning cable, but rather a micro USB cable. The headphone jack is accessible through this plastic plug, but you have to turn to install it, and it's a little tough to get to. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with the honeycomb pattern at the bottom of the case. I'm guessing it just makes it look tougher. As this is the first time you're watching one of our videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe, as we do a lot of product reviews for iOS devices, as well as news, tips, and tricks. So we come out with 2 to 3 videos every single week, and if it's a product, that's like 5 videos that we have to make for this case before we actually review it. So click subscribe. Now, why is this case so frustrating to me? Well, getting to the bottom of the case is extremely tough to do. Now, I don't have extremely fat fingers, but twisting the silver latch is pretty tough, and then if you're using the headphone jack, the plug is even smaller. So if you're out on your 2.5-day winter bear hunting expedition, you've got gloves on, it's going to be very difficult to undo the latch at the bottom. It's going to be even more difficult to get to the headphone jack because that plug is even smaller than the switch, the silver switch. Now on the flip side is that Snow Lizard gives you this headphone jack extension, and so if you can get through the plastic plug. Installing the headphone jack is very simple. You just push it in and then you twist. And this twisting thing is actually nice because you know that your case is now waterproof. There's enough pressure. There's an O-ring on the headphone jack extension. So you know that your $700 iPhone or $800 iPhone is definitely waterproof inside this $150 case. I just think it's a great thing that you actually have to twist it, because a lot of the other waterproof cases that we've reviewed, you just have a plug and you plug it in and you really hope that it's going to stay and that it's going to be waterproof. This is a really nice way to do it. Now, the other frustrating thing about this entire case, and it's not frustrating now, but when I first started using the case, the operation of the solar panel was very frustrating to me because they don't tell you how to really use the battery pack and the solar panel. There are no operating procedures inside the instruction manual. There's really nothing on the website, but their customer service is pretty good. So if you have any questions about how to use your Snow Lizard, please ask me, because I've spent a couple of weeks with this case and I'm pretty much an expert on it now. I'm Aaron the Ho. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up, because that would definitely help me out. If you know somebody who might be interested in this case, share this video with them. Find us on Google+, Twitter, as well as Facebook. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.
Thank you.